Okay, so this is part 2. This is the hybridization part, where we take selected pollens and we cross it back to a different plant or genre. In this case, it's going to be, as I said before, I'm going to use a Bromeliad pollen, and it's actually going to be Bromeliad mystique, and I'm going to cross that and add that pollen into the stigmas of this Hohenbergia marxii. I'm also definitely going to self this plant with the majority of the seeds and the flowers that, the flowers and the seeds that will result in that selfing will then be clones of mum. And the reason for that is because it's a species and we need to preserve our species if we've got them. So getting some seeds and putting down and growing some seedlings is really important. So firstly what I'm going to do is I've taken out from my stock of pollen my mystique pollen. This was collected in November of last year, and it's been kept in the freezer in this sealed container in the dark ever since. So we'll just pop that one open. Now for frozen pollen, just needs to come out of the freezer long enough for the pollen to start to loosen away from the stamens. As you can see, that's happening. Now there is a quicker way that can be done. This only takes a minute to do, but there is a quicker way, and I do this with Elcant pollen in particular. I'll add just 1 or 2 silica beads, seal her back up, and then shake them. This is just something that I do. Okay, just that little bit of agitation, plus the silica beads will absorb any moisture that's occurred during the defrosting period and keep the pollen nice and dry. When we're doing our hybridization, it's really simple again. Tools, a pair of forceps or a pair of tweezers. Need a tag. You need to write that out, and in this case I'm using zip ties on this particular plant, and all of the red zip ties will represent this cross, so that if the seeds take and actually grow from this cross-pollination, I'll know exactly which one it is and that they've not been selfed, and so that then essentially I've created a new hybrid. So let's give it a go. So I've got my pollen. The good thing about this is they're purple, nice and easy to identify where the stamens are. Sorry, the stigmas, the stamens are what I'm holding. It's got a fair amount of pollen on that one. And then I'll move along and do another. I'll just get some fresh pollen.